Hey, it's October 16th, 2019, and let's try and gain some knowledge through Proverbs 16, Proverb of the day. We can make our own plans, but the Lord gives the right answers. People may be pure in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their motives. Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. The Lord has made everything for his own purposes, even the wicked for the day of disaster. The Lord detests the proud, they will surely be punished. Unfailing love and faithfulness make atonement for sin. By fearing the Lord, people avoid evil. When people's lives please the Lord, even their enemies are at peace with them. Better to have little with godliness than to be rich and dishonest. We can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. The king speaks with divine wisdom. He must never judge unfairly. The Lord demands accurate scales and balances. He sets the standard for fairness. A king detests wrongdoing, for his rule is built on justice. The king is pleased with words from righteous lips. He loves those who speak honestly. The anger of the king is a deadly threat. The wise will try to appease it. When the king smiles, there is life, for his favor refreshes like a spring rain. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and good judgment than silver. The path of the virtuous leads away from evil. Whoever follows that path is safe. Pride goes before destruction, and haughtiness before a fall. Better to live humbly with the poor than to share plunder with the proud. Those who listen to instruction will prosper. Those who trust the Lord will be joyful. The wise are known for their understanding, and pleasant words are persuasive. Discretion is a life-giving fountain to those who possess it, but discipline is wasted on fools. From a wise mind comes wise speech. The words of the wise are persuasive. Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. There is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. It is good for workers to have an appetite. An empty stomach drives them on. Scoundrels create trouble. Their words are a destructive blaze. A troublemaker plants seeds of strife. Gossip separates the best of friends. Violent people mislead their companions, leading them down a harmful path. With narrowed eyes, people plot evil. With a smirk, they plan their mischief. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is gained by living a godly life. Better to be patient than powerful. Better to have self-control than to conquer a city. We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall. Verse 1, we can make our plans, but the Lord gives the right answer. Because, to my understanding, the Lord will provide you with the answers as you're planning it out. You can make your own plans, you can have your own vision, you can have your own goals. But if you're taking the Lord into account and you're bringing him into everything you do, he's going to give you the right answer. Verse 2, people may be pure in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their motives. He sees all. Verse 3, commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. Of course, because if God is with you, then who against you? He's got your back always. Verse 4, a difficult one to accept, easy enough to understand. The Lord has made everything for his own purposes, even the wicked for a day of disaster. Yo, even the wicked, when they come at you and they want to destroy you, when they want to put you in shame or steal from you, lie to you, even in those moments of difficulty, in the storm, God has a purpose. Mostly is to make you stronger, is to make you better, faster, more intelligent, more prepared for the world, more prepared for what's to come. Everything has its purpose, and it's normally, in the name of Jesus, something exquisitely good. Verse 8, better to have little with godliness than to be rich and dishonest. I guess that's a personal preference, but I see it clearly. I see how the peace of mind of being or intending to be godly, even being poor, is well worth having to look over your shoulder, because the way that you got your riches is full of sin, is full of treachery, backstabbing, stealing, and all the other things that I can think of that would help you acquire money through sinful ways. Verse 11 and 12 definitely go together nicely. The Lord demands accurate scales and balances. He sets the standards for fairness. A king detests wrongdoing, for his rule is built on justice. So if a king wants to rule with justice, wants his land to be full of justice, then he himself has to understand what accurate scales and balances are like. He must, or she must, depend on the Lord to provide the right answer and commit his actions to the Lord so that they succeed. Verse 16, excellent, pretty clear cut. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and good judgment than silver. To me, it speaks the same thing as the phrase that goes, teach a man to fish and he'll never go hungry again. You could either give the man a fish, even cooked it for him, and he'll enjoy the meal, definitely, probably be grateful and have a wonderful day. Or you could teach him to fish, and then he'll have the ability to never go hungry any day after that. He can go out and fish for himself. So if you have wisdom, you're killing two birds with one stone. And same with good judgment. You will have the ability to get gold and silver. And on top of that, be wise. A word to the wise, verse 24. Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. So especially when you're trying to take care of somebody else, uplift them, use kind words. When you're trying to help them grow, when you're trying to help them accomplish a goal or push past their limit, use kind words. It's much more effective. It makes them feel so much better, so much more willing to listen. And wouldn't you like to be treated that way? I think verse 26 says it pretty clear as well. It is good for workers to have an appetite. An empty stomach drives them on. Interesting, verse 31. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is gained by living a godly life. So, if you're like one of my neighbors back when I was still living in Puerto Rico, that at the age of 17 had salt and pepper hair, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself prudent and godly. It's telling us right there that it's a crown of glory. So enjoy it. Don't be proud. Be thankful. I find it very interesting that verse 33, the last one, brings us, or at least brought me back to the thought of 3. Verse 3, that is. 33 says, "We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall." So, verse 3, commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. If you're gonna do a gamble, risk your career, your life, or anything that you may want to throw the dice in, please commit it to the Lord so that He can have it succeed. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening and paying attention. I invite you to please search for yourself. Invite Jesus to be your guide, and hopefully you will see the wondrous adventure that so many others like before you have as well. Many blessings.